everybody. Welcome to Star Wars Echoes of Eternity. We back for some more nonsense. Today we have two I'm going to say incredible faces up top.
I'm so mad, dude.
Two incredible people down below. So,
I just finished eating.
Do?
Good timing.
I was literally just streaming with Cam, and it won't work for fucking VMix.
You know what? I just want to say, even though I haven't had a problem recently, I do remember when VMix, when I would be like, for the entire stream, and it hasn't happened in a while, so I'm feeling pretty good about VMix for me these days. But yeah, it's always been like a camera hassle for me, so I understand where you're coming from. I get you. Pocket looking great as ever.
Hey, thanks.
It looks amazing.
Can you reread that comment in chat, because it's just.
Oh, there was a comment in chat that said we've been doing this show long enough that Pockets had 3 houses. So I just, it made me laugh. That was very funny and apt. Anyway, today's gonna be one of those shows. I'm gonna try and give you enough time before we have our 2-hour mark, because I'm so ready. Okay. If you would be so kind as to go to Roll20, and if you could, please.
Why is he being so polite?
Oh, God.
Why is he letting it take so long?
Don't ask these questions. Alright, we have 2 dark side. That is a real shame.
I'm getting to mine. Sorry, I didn't have my character sheet up.
It's alright. Why am I being so nice? Because I like you. Because it's so much fun. Thank you.
Welcome.
Wow.
Haha. That's what happens when I'm nice. I get the light side.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm waiting for some dumb reason Sam's gonna get 2 light side and be really pissed off about it.
Wow.
Called it.
How dare you do this to me?
The power of the stash.
I hate it. All right, so be it, Jedi. Okay, so I knew it was gonna happen. I felt it in my bones. Yes. So I am going to. Well, actually, I can. The roll is lower. Never mind. Doesn't matter. I was like, yeah, the roll will be fine. You guys will probably not. Never mind. Okay, let's do this thing. I'm so excited. In a galaxy far, far away. On the title screen, BWOP! In the dark heart of the ancient Sith world of Malachor, Oda, PR3, Dio, and Ulago find themselves surrounded in catastrophe, a long ago cataclysm, destroying not only those trapped on the world, but the entire planet itself. Its surface, covered in a layer of mysterious carbonite-like substance, and deep below, its dark, undisturbed past. In the distance, a giant pyramid looms, a red glow illuminating the rocks around them and creeping over them, a dread sense of fear. In the dark chasm that you find yourself in, looking up into a carbonite sky with little holes poked in it, almost resembling stars, a field of stone lay before you. Your eyes have adjusted slightly to the darkness, but mostly due to the red glow of the stone around you. Carved obsidian, this dark obsidian with colored red runes, intermixed with countless bodies of dead warriors from an age long past, frozen in terrified positions, with some covering their faces, others attempting to flee, some still locked in combat with another equally frozen stone figure. And then surrounding you on all sides, you see small shrines and crumbling buildings. In the distance, a giant pyramid glows red. What is your plan? I'll just play with my slime while you think it through. Well, you think this whole situation through.
Does Oda feel any particular like pull or force or anything? I'm assuming that pyramid may have some sort of something.
Give me a roll to see give me a perception check to see what your vibe is right now. You don't need to use the force on this one because the force is everywhere here.
Yeah, what's my vibe? It's a good
Yeah.
vibe.
You take a little strain, but you detect coming from the pyramid a great overwhelming sense. Like all around you, you feel the dark side. It is sort of permeating your very being. But the pyramid itself is it has an incredible draw to it. It is certainly something that is kind of beckoning you to it. However, it is not the thing that you are drawn to the most. You're drawn in the direction of it, but the vibe you feel is not the pyramid itself.
Do I know where the source of the not pyramid vibe is coming from?
Same direction, just not the actual pyramid.
So I know there's something over there, but I don't know what it is.
Yes.
Your Largo will instinctively start heading towards the glow anyway, because there's just nothing else here.
I'll follow.
Yeah. What do the rest of you do?
Following.
I find it hard to believe that this place could be any more unnerving than it is right now, and you're heading right in immediately.
Could be filled with gods.
I begrudgingly follow.
Yeah, as you move towards the pyramid, you crunch over the ground, and it appears that you're stepping on pebbles or something. You're not quite sure. It's very dark, but the terrain is slippery and treacherous. It's almost like you're stepping on sort of like something cylindrical as you pass. Every so many steps, you like crunch on something cylindrical and keep moving.
Can I pick one up and examine it when I step on it?
Sure. Yeah, you grab a thing and you bring it to your face. Perception check for me.
I hope it's another good vibe.
Here's hoping. Yeah. Yeah. It causes you some strain, though, because what you see is an old, collapsed in on itself lightsaber. In fact, as you look around, all over the ground are countless lightsabers in all sorts of disrepair, having been there for 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 years. You're not sure, but they litter the ground.
I didn't know
What
there
is
were
it?
that many lightsabers in existence. I think Oda is like shocked, and when PR3 asks what it is, she just kind of like holds it out and shows the party. And then she picks up another one and holds it out. And then she kicks some more out of the way.
Yeah. There are countless. Surprisingly, I guess unsurprisingly, near most of the bodies.
Sense anything from the bodies?
They're stone. They are
Just statues?
yeah, you sense no life force or anything from them. They are stone.
This place.
It's creepy.
Perhaps they manufactured lightsabers here, and this was the reject pile.
That would be comforting, but I don't think it's true.
Like, there's no clothes on these people or anything?
Perhaps they were the employees who messed up the lightsabers.
Dio, if you want to give me a check on these bodies, a perception check on the bodies, see what you notice. Go for it.
Okay. Nothing
No,
still.
you can't tell. They just look like stone
Wait, was that
in the
black guy
shape.
supposed to be on there?
No, I think you put that there. You can re-roll. Give it a
Wait, how do
re-roll.
I
I'll
take-
let you do it.
I took it off. I didn't know it was
Okay.
on.
Yeah. You squint and strain a little bit to see it, but even though most of the stone figures appear to be worn down with time, you can see that on some of them, it kind of looks like maybe the corner of a shirt or the cuff of a robe or the sleeve of something or maybe a necklace on one. But they're so worn down, it's really hard to tell exactly what they originally were or looked like. But whoever these people were, it's very obvious at this point the two groups were locked in combat.
Okay. Even in like the faces of the stone, it's been so long. There's no real features.
Yeah, it's head shaped, and in some cases you can see sort of indentations where eyes would be, or maybe a face that kind of looks like a certain species, but everything is sort of worn down with time. It has clearly been a long time. This
Okay.
didn't happen during the Republic era.
Can I make a warfare roll to like ascertain like the battlefield and stuff?
Sure, yeah. Yes, you, just by judging from what you can see, are noticing that the amount of figures grows as you move closer to the pyramid itself. It's very obvious they were fighting towards or over the pyramid.
Okay, like I was saying, this was a battle. They were definitely fighting over this pyramid. And our ceiling probably came afterwards to cover it up.
Who could make a ceiling like this? Who could freeze this many people in carbonite all at once?
I don't know, but it's fucking old. And he kicks a lightsaber.
Don't
Yeah,
do that.
As you do, it like shatters into dust.
No.
See?
Whoever did this had an incredible amount of resources.
I guess the only thing we can do is continue.
Sure. As you begin to move forward, you begin to experience strange sensations. Oda, the red glowing on the runes, it's almost like you can taste the color red. Dio, you start to feel the light, the red light off the runes. You feel the light. Like it's caressing your skin under the armor that you're wearing and sort of pulsing on it.
Is it, like,
Ulago,
warm or something?
no, it just feels like a hand rubbing your on the like the hairs of your skin, right?
Creepy.
Underneath the armor that you're wearing. Ulago, you hear the stench of the deep, dank death around you. And it sounds terrible. It's like none of this makes any sense. Things are not at all as they should be. PR3, your sensors are going haywire. Like, you know, if you had a compass, this would be that scene where the compass is like, right? And you cannot roll any perception checks right now. You cannot perceive anything.
Uh-oh.
Something is awry with this location.
This entire planet's a battlefield. The whole thing.
How is that possible?
Looks like Jedi and Sith.
Are there any lightsabers that are not like turned to dust level?
The lightsabers themselves, the components, as far as you can tell, almost all of them are cracked or broken. But the crystals inside all appear to be fine.
I think that Oda is probably like half mindlessly collecting kyber crystals if she sees them. Like,
Sure.
she wouldn't just walk past a kyber crystal and leave it. She's kind of like reverently putting it in her pack. So I think without even kind of thinking about it, she's just collecting those.
Yeah. Yeah, you find all sorts of brilliant colors. You find white, you find orange, you find purple, you find magenta, and then you also find darker colors. You find different shades of red, and you can see some crystals where it at one point in time was blue, and you can see cracks and streaks of red in it. And you know from your training and new Star Wars canon, because this is how it works now. If anyone slowly or quickly turns to the dark side, in order to wield their lightsaber, they basically like break their crystal, and it causes it to kind of like bleed red. And that's why Sith have red lightsabers.
Hmm.
Not just a style choice, huh?
It's not anymore, apparently. Before it was like, yeah, I like red, it's cool. Now they break their crystal.
Mm-hmm.
So
they've got saber chlorians.
yeah.
Oh man.
So you kind of notice that you can see several of the blue crystals have streaks of red in them. Almost as if whoever was using it was at one point in time some like type of light side character who was slowly turning.
I mean, we've seen all these people and they were kind of like facing toward the pyramid. Does it look like there are people who were like locked in battle when they were frozen, or are they all kind of like facing? Okay.
No, you can see that there are many people who look like they were locked in battle. You can see there's some people who are by themselves running away or attempting to. You can see there's some people who straight up are just trying to like, and then they're frozen. But one thing of note is that they all appear to be adults, or at least adult-sized, and it doesn't appear like any of them are civilian-y, if that makes any sense. Everyone seems like they were there for a purpose.
Mm-hmm. So it seems Sith and Jedi alike met the same end here. I tell the party and continue walking.
Just remember that wars are wars, and we don't have any context on this one. So,
What do you mean?
you know, well, we don't know who won. We don't know who started it.
Or if anyone won.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Don't think about it too much.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely, the sensation you feel, Oda, is one of dark side energy. So whatever happened here, in the end, the planet is almost devoid of the light side, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
So you don't quite know who won, but you can definitely tell that, like, in the end, the Jedi weren't like, we did it, everyone! It definitely seems like whatever happened here, the dark side controls this planet. And it rings true to the note that you found in the case that was like, don't go there! Maybe that was a lesson to others of that time period. But as you continue moving forward to the pyramid, again, this bizarre sense of warped reality kind of washes over you. and you begin to feel not internal, but the external presence of fear. As in, you yourself are not afraid, but it feels like everything around you is quivering with fear.
That's reassuring.
Is
Except
this
I
just,
can't
an,
detect
is this
this,
just an
right?
Oda? Is this an Oda vibe? The rest of us.
No,
aren't?
this is an everyone but PR3 vibe.
Yeah. 'cause I'm
PR3 still has no sensors. His internal chronometer is like. Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable.
That's Oda was kind of like, grabbing her robe around her and looking a little bit afraid, but when it feels like everyone's afraid, but she still feels kind of okay, she'll kind of like relax and start walking forward with a little more purpose.
Sure.
While
As
I
you
am
notice
unable
this
to
and do the
detect
same.
anything, I require you to protect me, Master.
I take his hand. I hold his hand while we walk.
Yeah, you all. Dio, what do you do when this is happening?
I probably just don't say anything on what I feel and just follow along.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a sense of dread in the air, but it's not like an internal thing. Like, you're not afraid. You've seen, it's weird, but there's nothing in you that's terrified. If anything, there's a sense inside of you that you wish to continue. But everything around you is, if you were to look at a rock, it would look like it was shaking in fear, if that makes any sense. As you begin to move closer, Oda, you pick up something in the force calling to you, but it is not towards the pyramid, but to a cave nearby.
A cave?
A cave.
Is it like a dark side is strong in this cave journey, gonna see myself in Darth Vader's helmet kind of energy?
It is something is calling to you in a cave that is not a cave like on a cliff face, but like the floor, and then there's like a cave down. And there certainly is a calling to, like, the pyramid. You sense dark side energy, but this cave is what was drawing you this direction.
My chat says that Ulaga should shoot it. Oh. I will kind of stop and point and be like, I think we need to go in there.
I don't particularly want to go in there.
Neither do I. But I don't
Then let's
particularly
stay
want to be
out
on
here.
this
It's
planet
settled.
at all.
Why'd you want to go in there?
I feel something calling to me from there. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that feels dark. This feels
Great.
something else.
I start walking towards.
Well, splitting up's a bad idea, so I'll follow you.
I lead with PR. I'm holding PR3's hand, and we're shuffling along toward the cave.
As you approach the cave entrance, you can see that it extends deep underground and is very dark, but completely silent.
I will ignite my lightsaber at it.
Yeah. As the blade pops out, the glow shines down through, and you can see a little bit ahead of you. And it's almost like the blue light reflects off of the walls in a way that it seems like it's designed for lightsaber glow to reflect off the walls.
Seen anything like that? I'll just start walking down. Like, I'll
Okay.
just keep moving forward.
All right.
Unless anyone stops me or tries to get ahead of me or anything like that.
You're the one with the lightsaber.
All right.
Should
Yeah.
anything leap out at us, I shall do my best to allow you to fight it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Elago will put his hunting goggles on just so he can try and see in the darkness.
Yeah. And you can see ahead of you a good ways, but eventually the light refraction of the lightsaber is kind of blinding. So you can see behind you a little bit, and that's fine. But in order to see ahead of you, kind of to like look down a little bit in order to avoid looking
I'd probably
directly
rip
at the
him off
lightsaber.
when I got to that point.
Yeah. This passageway, as you move further down it, you can see that it has crumbled with time, and the refraction of the lightsaber glow slowly starts to fade as whatever was coating the walls has crumbled off. And you find yourself in a large, dusty chamber. At the far edge of the circular space is a giant stone door. Nearby, you notice a very large metal chain connected to the wall on your right, with its rings linked together, extending down to the center of the room. And in the center of the room is a small lake. On the other side of the chamber is a spout with dark water that is sort of trickling down and running in a very tiny stream down into this lake in the center of this very, a large chasmous room. And that is what you see.
So what is the chain attached to?
The chain is attached to something in the lake.
And it's attached to like the wall?
Yes.
Well. How heavy is the chain?
I don't know. I don't know.
Elago will grab the chain.
In my opinion, someone does not chain something into a lake unless they would want it to stay
And
in a
pull
lake.
on the chain.
Yeah, give
Oda
me
will
a give me a strength check as you
I would be
I
citing
guess
3 different
athletics.
Friday the 13th movies if this was a different reality.
Oh, fuck.
No, you cannot move the chain. I'm not going to give you strain for it, but you simply cannot move it. In fact, I'm going to use those disadvantage that you got, the threat that you got there, to say that as you pull, the water in the center begins to rise slightly.
Rise?
Yes, it begins
In
to
the
rise
center?
slightly.
Like it like bubbles?
As in, like, the water level increases by like 3 inches.
All in the lake.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Does it look like it's coming from somewhere? The water?
On the other side of the room, across from the chain, is a spout that is slowly trickling dark water into this very dark pool in the center.
What if we all pull on the chain? Can we help Ulago?
Of course you can.
I
Three, help.
know. I know that when I go to mysterious planets full of death and unknown technologies, I like to tamper with whatever devices come my way.
Great, because you can tamper with this right now. Help me pull this chain.
As you wish, Master.
Yeah, I need athletics checks from everybody who's going to help Ulago first, and then Ulago will go. We'll see how many blues he gets. Actually, don't do it yet.
Oh gosh.
Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet.
I can't
All right.
take that much strain.
He
I already
added all
have
that
9.
juicy difficulty to this chain.
This is a big thing. Yeah, please re-roll if you would be so kind. Let's see if you can. All right.
Ow.
Yeah, so Oda, you will help. You will add a blue, and Dio, I'm going to let you add a green to Sam's roll.
Okay.
Okay. I'm also going to use a destiny point.
Ooh.
Gotcha. I'll upgrade. Upgraded.
PR3
Okay,
is not really trying.
Should
PR3
I
is
add the
acting
blue
like
and green on my end or your end?
I will add the blue and the green right now. Got it.
Let's fucking go.
I mean, I
Oh,
want to
No.
strain. I don't want to strain my servos.
Yeah, as you pool, you once again pool and nothing, like, it is almost like, you know how the chain is connected to the wall? It's almost like just in this lake of water, there's just another wall at the bottom that's connected to. Because as you pool, it doesn't seem to move at all. But once again, the water level begins to rise another 3 inches.
does it seem like it's because of us pulling?
I mean, so far, what you know, you can do a perception check to find out, but what you know, just based off of having done it, is the 2 times you pooled, the water level has risen twice.
Oh.
Do I notice anything about this situation?
Again, in the room, what you notice is that
Sorry,
it is
I'll
a circular
rephrase.
room.
Do I notice that the chain is causing the water to rise?
What you notice is that the 2 times that you have pulled on it, it doesn't seem like it's a stopper. It doesn't seem like you've pulled it, and as you pulled it, the water rose. It's when you let go of the chain, the water slowly started to rise, and you have no idea where that water is coming from. It is a dark, almost pitch black, murky water, and the room itself only has 3 things in it. There is this spout with trickling water running down to the pool. There is the chain, and across from you is the stone doorway.
Can I go examine the water spigot?
Yeah, of course. You walk across the room, and in front of you is this ancient sort of spout and water. This dark, almost pitch black water is dripping down from it. Just based on, being an adult, you don't even need to roll on this. You can tell there's no possible way that the water that raised the level of the water level in the room came from this spout. It would be impossible, at least in your estimation.
Is there a dial or stopper of any kind on this? Like, could I turn it on or off more?
You can see there is a lever. Yes.
I'm gonna try turning it off and see what happens.
I'm gonna slap her hand and investigate it first.
Oh, it was just like, ugh.
I'm gonna slap her
Must
hand and try
pull.
to investigate it first.
Yeah, perception check, please.
Well, okay, since it's a lever, can I do a mechanics check?
Yes, absolutely. Give me a mechanics check.
Simple machine. Good thinking.
Yup. Hey, first off, excellent roll. Second off, you realize upon checking it that it doesn't appear that the lever is connected to the spout in any way. It's just next to it.
And then I'll turn to Oda and say, this isn't even connected to this. Who knows what you would have unleashed turning it?
Well, don't you want to find out what?
No,
it
not
would
this way.
unleash?
Nope. Last thing I need is for the walls to come closing in on us.
I guess that's fair. The calling to me that was happening from this cave, is it coming from the water?
You can't tell.
I'm like in it now.
You're in whatever called you, you're in it now.
How's the door look?
It is a giant stone door.
Is it open?
It's not ornate, it's just big.
Like it will push on the door.
Certainly. As you push on the door, you don't need to roll on it. It does not budge, and the water level rises another 3 inches.
Time we touch something.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk around the room and look for other things besides the chain and the spout and whatnot.
Sure.
Also, it's not necessarily that we're feeling shit. It's he's doing it every time we do something. It's like turn-based.
Mm-hmm.
We have a limited amount of turns, actions in this cave. So we have to figure out the puzzle before it gets too high.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna walk around and not touch shit, just see what else there is.
Sure.
Master, should the water level rise too high, please instruct Dio to carry me.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
What did you ascertain about the spigot?
That there's a lever next to it, but it's not connected to the spigot. But we didn't turn the lever because Dio slapped Oda's hand away.
And the lever isn't connected to the spigot as well.
Alaga's gonna pace around, see the lever, try to pull on the lever.
Yeah. As you pull on the lever, it goes down easily, and you hear a clink, and the water level rises another 3 inches. At this point, the water is touching, it has sort of gone over the edge of the lake. It is now touching your feet.
Is the lever like a flush, like you pull it and then it goes back, or did you pull it one way and you could try pulling it the other way?
You could try pulling it the other
Put it
way.
one way, but we heard a clink, so either the door just opened, or the chain went just loosened.
Okay, before you touch it, you guys keep touching stuff and the water keeps rising. I'm gonna investigate. Where did the clink come from? Where did it sound like it came from?
The chain itself.
Pull
And
on the chain!
did something happen with the chain? Did something happen?
Visibly, nothing has changed about the chain.
Nothing has
It's just-
changed.
Perhaps someone should dive in the water and get a better sense of what is down there.
It sounds like the chain clicked, right?
Wait.
Dio, pull on the chain.
Before I do that, I'm gonna try. How deep's the water again right now?
You haven't even looked at it once.
The water?
You said it was murky and you couldn't see anything under it.
It's pitch black. Oh yeah, no, the water's pitch black, but you haven't like investigated the water at all.
I'm gonna investigate the water then.
Sure. Dio,
Uh-oh.
as you gaze into the water, you see this deep, inky blackness. And will you give me a perception check?
Yes.
You succeed in that inside you see Oda sinking to the bottom, struggling to breathe, getting pulled down by tendrils?
What did
Uh-oh.
you see?
You haven't seen any crazy creatures around with tendrils, have you?
As you look back in the
Perhaps.
room, Dio, as you look back in the room, Oda is gone.
Where's Oda?
Master? Where has she gone?
Oda, you're still there.
What are you talking about? I wave my lightsaber.
Dio, you do not see Oda. You hear her screaming deep from the water.
Don't
Is
like
anyone
that.
else here?
I go stand right in front of Dio's face. I'm like, I am here! Dink, dink, dink. I knock on her forehead.
I reach into the water and try to grab her.
Yeah, as you reach into the water trying to grab her, you feel this overwhelming sense of darkness within you. And you hear a shifting sound behind you.
Uh-oh. Does it sound like a monster?
It does not sound like a monster. In a split second, Dio vanishes.
Oh, God.
Dio, you're in a dark room.
Is it the same room that we were in?
You can't tell. It's pitch black.
I take out my vibro sword.
Yeah, the pink glow shot. You are in a hallway now. And in front of you, you can see several pressure plates And along the wall, there are scratches and weird symbols.
I guess I'd have to do like a lore check on the scratches.
You definitely will. We cut back to the other room, and the group of you watched Dio jump into the water, and she has not resurfaced.
I meant for whoever to jump in and investigate to come back afterwards.
Do I see like I'll go look in the water. Do I see her?
Give me a perception check.
Wait, do I see Oda?
You see Oda? Yeah. she's
Oh,
right
okay.
there.
I thought
No,
I
I
didn't see
thought
her.
that then no one could see me.
Yeah, I got
Nope.
the impression that
Dio could not see you. Everyone else could.
Oh, okay. Then I'm fantastic. Then I don't wonder where you are at all.
Yeah, Oda, you look in, and although you cannot see who is in there, you can hear the gurgling of someone deep in the water calling out to you.
Calling out to me?
Someone or something is in the water calling out to you.
I look back at PR3 and Ulago and I'm like, we have to go after her.
As you look back,
grabs Oda's arm and shakes his head like, "Do not do that."
yeah, Oda, you don't feel it because as you look back, you're alone in the room. Ulago, PR3, you see Oda just staring deeply into this water. She has not moved since she looked in.
Perhaps we should not look into the water as well.
Elago will pick Oda up over his shoulder and carry her away from the pool.
Yeah, it does. It does. As you pull her away, she's looking like right at it. Oda, you are not like, in your perspective, you're still standing there and everyone else is gone.
Is the chain still there?
Chain's still there. The room is fine. Ulago and PR3 are missing.
I'm gonna grab on that chain now that clicked.
Sure. Give me a athletics check.
Holy
as you
fuck.
pull on the chain, you hear nothing. Nothing clicks. Nothing moves. The water rises 3 inches.
According to my
Oda's-
precise calculations, we are unequivocally doomed.
In Oda's lonely room by herself,
Yeah.
she looks at the water like she's gonna dive in, and then she's like, and she just slices the chain with her lightsaber.
Sure. Give me a lightsaber roll on that chain.
Ugh.
The lightsaber bounces off the chain, and the water level for all of you rises another 3 inches. It is now at like the tops of your shoes. So you're sort of wading through this dark, murky water.
And something's still
Alarm level
calling to me
rising.
from under the water.
Yeah, you can give a perception check. Ulago, you look down into the water as it rises up around your legs. And someone is in there calling to you as well. You can hear it now.
Certainly, I'm immune.
You sense nothing, PR3. Nothing.
Mhm.
You're just like, what is going on? These idiots with their stupid
Mhm.
water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me a perception check, Ulago. What do you see?
I'm not looking at it.
Okay, you're not going to delve deeper. You hear someone calling to you.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it.
Okay.
Oda's spaced out. It's clearly bad.
I rolled my perception.
Yeah, you still don't know who it is, but you now can tell, at least as the water has risen, that there are multiple voices.
Well, everyone's gone, so I'm pretty sure it's my party. So I'm going to dive in and start climbing down the chain in the water.
Yeah, as you dive in, Ulago, Oda vanishes from your hands. Dio, you suddenly find yourself in a room with Oda.
I'm in a room. I'm not in the hallway, right?
I mean, it's still the hallway. It's just a very dark hallway.
Do I find myself in a room with Dio?
Yeah, the two of you are now together.
Dio! Am I wet from having been swimming?
Nope.
Is this real?
How did we get in here?
I don't know. I dived in after you.
We gotta figure out how to get back.
So there's like pressure plates on the floor.
Yep.
Anything else?
On the wall, there are various runes and markings, and then sort of scratches in an ancient language.
Can I read any of it?
You probably can, but we're gonna need a roll. But meanwhile, back on the room with the water, Ulago, you and PR3 are just sort of standing there now.
If we stay incredibly still, the water won't rise.
Elago kicks
Stand there forever.
Elago's kicking the water around in frustration. It's kind of like
Please stop that.
he's like rubbing his scalp back and forth as he paces with his gun. He's like, "We should wait, right? We should wait, right?
I am at a loss.
There's some force shit, and they'll come back. We wait."
As you wait, the water level rises another 3 inches.
That's not fair.
You have to play the game. What?
You may
I'm just
not
gonna say,
have...
think about the Sith. What are the Sith like?
They're space jerks.
If a Sith designed this puzzle, yeah, they're space jerks.
What haven't we looked at in the room? We've looked at the water. We've looked at the chain. We've looked at the door.
You've refused to look at the water, actually.
I mean, yeah, I'm not fucking doing it.
So water chain door, that's it.
And the
And the
spigot,
lever.
right? But the
The
spigot,
yes.
the lever clicked. The spigot hasn't been used, and nothing's happening related to it.
Yep, correct.
The spigot has like a
Can
lever
I
on
turn
it.
the spigot?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna wonder.
You can attempt to turn it. However, it is a giant, like, rocky, like, big hunk of, like, it's big. It is a big piece of stone.
It's a stone spigot?
Yep. Everything in here is stone.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try and turn it. Well,
Yeah, go for it. Give me a roll.
Well,
Athletics,
I'll examine it. Does it look turnable, or does the passage of time look like this shit won't move anymore?
Give me a check.
I'll do a check first.
Sure.
Perception.
You cannot tell.
I
Alright,
just have
assume
to
all
try
my
it.
sensors are still haywire. Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah, your
tried.
sensors are going nuts.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
you
need to
try
add
to
dice,
turn
right?
it. What now?
Don't you need to add dice?
Nope. For that, no. You try to turn it, and it does not turn. The water level rises. It is now at a little below your knees.
Well, what's the water resistance of my droid model?
I mean, you're fine right now. It probably shouldn't get to your open chest cavity. That'd probably be bad.
Oh,
But
yeah.
other than that, you're fine.
Can droids swim?
I mean,
We're about to find
we'll
out.
find out if this keeps up.
What the fuck? A spigot isn't going to do anything except add more fucking water to this room. Why am I trying to turn it?
Well, the thing is, what you notice, I'll give you this: no water came out of it any more than it had before.
It's because I failed to turn it. I don't want to. The risk of me turning it and you go black water pours out is so fucking bad. I don't know if I can do it because it's
Maybe-
just like I'm just
maybe-
losing all of our turns.
But maybe that's it. Maybe you should add more water because Sith like the opposite of good, so you should do the opposite of
We
what
have a
seems
droid.
good.
And they're all about
Look into the
they're all
water.
about strength.
What about
True,
us,
about-
Jesse?
I'll look into your stupid water, Cox.
Yeah, as you look into the water, give me a perception check. As you look into the water, you can see the outline of someone sort of like clawing up to the surface, drowning, begging for help. But you can't make out who it is.
Are they glowing? It's dark, isn't it?
I mean, you can see something glowing down there. Looks blue.
I have to stay up here.
PR3, from your perspective, Ulago is just staring into the inky blackness.
Ulago, snap out of it.
I shake them good.
Yeah, I mean, you look around and you see PR3 saying to you, Ulago, snap out of it, but he's not shaking you from your perspective, Ulago.
Okay. Yeah, I'll focus on him and not what I'm seeing below me.
Sure. As you do, the voice gets louder and louder, but it's as if someone's talking to you from underwater, so it's hard to make out what they're saying. But it is very, very loud.
If someone was drowning, their voice wouldn't be that loud, dude.
It's
Sus.
almost as if
Dude.
this is some sort of like Sith magic. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, crazy. Alago's gonna
It's almost as if this isn't real. What?
Alago's gonna close his eyes and
Mhm.
he will wrap his hands around the necklace that Suhao gave him.
Excellent. Give me what role do you think that associates with? How is this going to help you?
I think it's more. He doesn't know how it's gonna help him. It's more for comfort, but
Give me
he
a
doesn't know how to
cool-
handle force shit, and she.
Yeah,
did.
give me a cool role.
Okay. Like a combat cool or a regular cool?
Regular cool.
Okay.
Yeah. As you begin to calm down, you remember being there for Suhao's training and the times that the two of you would sneak away and spend time together. And she would tell you of the things that she had learned and how your relationship went against Jedi teachings and how passion and caring about others and connecting to others is a path to the dark side, and how that is what made the Sith and their teachings so incredibly seductive, because it was about caring for people and risking other things for one person. In fact, even risking your own life for one person, and how if you gave into those feelings, it was like an easy temptation to lead you to darker things as you moved further down that path. Because if there was loss, if you lost someone that you cared so deeply about, it made you susceptible to the corrupting influence of what the dark side was really about, right? And so it was a worry that she had based on your relationship. And you slowly begin to understand what this pool is asking of you. There is someone inside begging for your help. And around the room are all these mechanical things that could possibly solve a puzzle. But all this is asking you to do is forget all that stuff and just jump headfirst in to save a person.
Hmm.
Ulago hands his rifle to PR3 and jumps in.
Sure. As you do, PR3, you see Ulago vanish. Just gone. And Ulago, you find yourself in a room / hallway with Dio and Oda. And their weapons light up the walls around them. And you can see in front of you a series of pressure plates.
We see him too, right?
Yeah, you see them.
Oh, okay. Do we
Oh,
see
welcome.
PR3?
No, you do not. PR3, you're in a room alone as water begins to slowly rise again.
My judgment on masters is severely lacking.
Is there a chain in the middle of the room?
In the room, which room?
The room we've just landed in.
The room you're in is a long hallway. Behind you is a
the
door.
The chain is gone.
There is no chain. You are in a different room. And
Okay.
behind you is a door. In front of you is a door. And along the corridor down to it is a series of different pressure plates. And on the walls are these intricate runes. And then looks like scratches in some sort of ancient dialect.
Okay. And have you guys seen the runes already in the scratches?
We didn't investigate them yet.
You can now.
I'm gonna point to the scratches and the runes and look at Oda and say, "Do you know what this is?"
It's an education, Jesse.
Yes. I'll also do like any sort of old-timey knowledge check. Yeah, you don't recognize the runes or the scratches.
Would it be lore, maybe?
Possibly. Sure.
Can I try
maybe
other
not.
ones?
Absolutely.
I did nothing.
Yeah, it isn't. You don't have any knowledge of it. You weren't taught about this stuff. And you definitely don't know the background of any of this. At least from what you can tell.
It could be warfare. Are these war runes?
Maybe warfare. Maybe xenology. I mean, what are the other fun roles that you have? Maybe if you do some sort of
Streetwise.
this definitely is not streetwise, that's for sure.
I was thinking warfare because if Ulago can look at it.
Yeah,
I did
Dio,
warfare.
you recognize that whatever scratched this in there was a blade. Not a lightsaber, not like an old-fashioned blade. And it appears that this dialect, whatever it is, at least according to your knowledge, Dio, is old. We're talking 10,000 plus years old. And it's been preserved because this room appears to be sealed off.
How many symbols are there?
There are 4
Do they line up
symbols.
with the pressure plates?
They do not. There are 4 symbols, and there are multiple scratches around the symbols that look and appear to be, if you were to guess, notes.
Right.
And are the notes are in the same dialect that's like 10,000 years old?
Yes, the notes are the dialect that's old. The symbols, you do not recognize the symbols at all.
I turn
And-
back to
Can I-
them and I say, "This is something I've never seen before. It's pretty old. Where's PR3?"
Meanwhile, PR3 is back in a room. Once again, the water level has risen another 3 inches.
Oh my god. Well,
So this is the end of PR3.
I
What do you
mean,
do?
my character's not going to jump in water. It's just not going to happen.
It's just gonna stand there and wait for the end.
I guess.
You have a rifle.
Do I? Oh yeah, I have his
And a
rifle.
flamethrower.
You do.
Yeah.
I have a question.
What happens
Yes.
if I shoot the chain?
Could I comlink PR3 at this point?
Give it a
Ooh.
shot.
I'm down in a room. I'll try. I'll reach out to him.
Yeah.
PR3?
Yeah, PR3, you hear Ulago.
Ulago, is that you?
Yeah,
Where
it's me.
are you?
That pool led to a room. There's a trick.
How are you talking with water around you?
There's no water down here.
It's an illusion then.
Yeah,
It feels wet.
it's some force horse shit, yeah. You should jump.
Very well. I'm on my way.
I guess I'll shuffle over there and then just topple forward into the water.
Yeah, you sort of fall forward into the water, and next to you, as if he's always been there, PR3 is now standing.
I like to imagine he lands on top of me, but
Yeah, it's almost as if there is no land. He's just there, as if he never was not there.
I never had a doubt.
Elago will reach over and take his gun back. And just pat PR3 on the back. Leap of faith, eh?
That was really smart using the comlink
You know what
technology.
those say? He kind of gestures at the symbols scratched in the wall.
Yeah, PR3, we can't read these.
Let me have a look.
All right, so it's gonna be a lore check, I assume.
Sure.
Okay.
Use a destiny if you want to, but you're our only hope.
I also get 2 rolls.
Oh, that's
If I
true.
fail the
I hate-
first one.
I hate this garbage ability.
I'll use it on the second one if I need to.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
Can I give that advantage to the second roll?
Yeah, all right. Have a blue. Have a free blue for yourself. Go
All right.
nuts.
You think I should use the destiny?
You got blue. You'll be alright.
All right. Here we go. Oh,
No, we won't.
Wow. Wow, Jesse. Good for you.
I didn't do anything. You did that. All right. I mean, you can roll again and see if you can do it, but it's now going to be 3 purple.
3 purple.
Yeah, because you're doing the exact same roll.
All right, I'll do one more.
All right.
Long shot. Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nope. But you can do one more roll. You got that one more roll in you.
Use your light. Lose the light side.
Yeah, use a force point.
All right. Wait for Jesse to say
Upgraded.
okay.
Good luck.
He knows that I can't get this. Oh, what butt?
Excellent. All right. Make sure to click that you use the light side point.
All right. So I just drop it down to, oh yeah, use light side. There we go.
All right. So,
And then 2 strain go away.
as you look at these scratches on the wall, you see that it is an ancient language, one that hasn't been used for quite some time, one from an ancient empire that, again, you only know from records, but you can see that at one point in time, at least according to your database, this was the common. This was the Orabesh of the galaxy at that point in time. And so it is in your database, but is not used by anyone currently.
Okay.
And it says that through the light of the Force, the order will be revealed.
Well, I definitely read that out loud.
I ignite my lightsaber.
As you do, the 4 runes that are scratched into the wall begin to glow. And very similar to the corridor that you took to get here, the refraction of the light on those runes, just the runes, everything else is still dark stone. Those runes begin to shine light. And as they do, you can see that they mark 4 pressure plates in front of you out of the 8 that are there.
We found our path, lit by the force.
Intriguing.
Send the droid first.
What?
It's all right,
It'll hurt
PR3.
less.
Oda steps onto the first one.
Yeah, nothing happens. You step on it and nothing happens.
See? She steps on the second one. Very
follow.
confident.
Yeah, I start to
Following
follow.
master.
She skips
Yeah.
along the last two. Very proud.
Yeah, as you do, and the group of you find yourselves each on a plate. The door behind you opens, and the door in front of you opens, and behind you, a rush of black liquid begins to fill the chamber as it opens, and you can see that the room behind you is the room that you originally were in, and the door in front of you opens to another dark passage. But along the sides of the hallway are little vents where the liquid sort of filters out into. And you can see the room behind you slowly begin to empty of dark liquid.
Can I peek into the room behind us and just see what it looks like now without the water?
It is the exact same room you saw when you got there, or is slowly becoming it. The water level is slowly going back down to the way it was.
I see. Okay. Well, I walk into the room lightsaber first.
Yeah. Are you going back to where you came from, or you're going
No.
ahead?
Ahead.
Yeah. I assume everyone else is continuing to follow along.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
As the group of you move forward into this dark tunnel, you begin to feel the sense of dread that you had outside. Except now it is like the walls next to you are shaking, and the tunnel is so small that you must proceed one at a time.
With my lightsaber.
Okay.
Olago goes
Any-
at the back.
I need all of you to roll cool for me, please.
Combat cool or regular cool?
Regular cool.
Remember when we were all on our ship, locked up, ready to go to a prison planet? Better times.
I need a PR3 cool roll. Let's see how much
Nothing.
better times you have.
I didn't get anything.
All right. So, Ulago, you taking the rear, see in front of you, the others begin to panic. And as they do, they start shouting loudly. Dio,
Yes.
as you peer into the darkness, you hear behind you a noise. And as you turn around, you see in the darkness, not Ulago, but the faces of every dead contact and friend that you had lost in the pursuit of getting your sister. Countless friends, countless former contacts, all of them, their bloody, cut up, messed up bodies lumbering towards you.
I'm gonna start to back away.
Yeah. Dio, you begin to back away and you hit PR3 as you sort of scramble over him. PR3, you see, or you get hit by Dio, and when you turn around to see what Dio's doing, you see absolutely nothing. You see Ulago not behind you. When you go back to look at Dio, you see not Dio. Oda is missing now. You are by yourself.
Where has everyone gone? Again.
I look around. Anything?
Nothing. You're just
no,
in a dark. You're
just-
in a dark corridor.
Well, I guess I'll just feel around.
I'm
Okay.
gonna get on comms again since that seemed to work last time, and I'm gonna try and say, "Where are you guys? I thought you were behind me."
Yeah. Ulago, you see Dio shouting into her hand. Where are you guys? I thought you were behind me, but there's nothing in her hand.
Uh-oh.
Oda, you start to hear a commotion behind you. And you hear Dio fall and PR3 start talking to himself. And as you turn around behind you, you see nothing But in the darkness of the previous room, several red lightsabers ignite.
And I don't see my companions?
You do not see your companions.
I ask myself if I think this is an illusion because there have been so many. Can I, like, is there a roll I can do where it's like I check my senses? I give myself a vibe check.
That roll was cool. You failed.
Oh, so I think
to you,
it's
this
real.
seems very real. Yes.
Okay. Wow. I assume my companions have run behind me, away from the Sith, so I stand in a defensive posture and
Sure.
ready myself to defend my party.
Great. Yeah. Ulago, you see that Dio has fallen to the ground and is like shouting into a comm. PR3 is like, where is everybody? And Oda has now turned towards the three of you, lightsaber ready to fight.
I definitely have the Frankenstein arms out.
Alaga's gonna like slowly pan over his shoulder, see absolutely fucking nothing, pan back to Oda and just go, oh shit.
Not like advancing to attack or anything. She's just standing there at the ready.
Does it look like they're looking like through me, like they don't even fucking see me?
It is very obvious that they aren't even aware.
Is there enough room in this corridor that I can try and push past them without shit going down?
It is a single file corridor. You would have to actively like step over them to get past them.
Okay, I'm gonna apply pressure to PL3 to sit him down.
Where is it coming from, right?
PR3, you just feel yourself being pushed to the ground.
This is most alarming.
Does it work?
I mean, yeah, you push him to the ground. He's not attempting to like stop you.
Okay,
so
I'm gonna push PR3 to the
ground.
ground. Dio's already on the ground, so I'm just gonna like step over Dio, and then Oda's holding a fucking lightsaber, so I've got to figure out how to navigate this one.
PR3 thinks he's like being bullied by dark Sith magic.
I'm going to. What is your defensive stance, Oda?
Like
legs apart, lightsaber in hand.
Yeah, like lightsaber out, legs bent, like holding it in a defensive stance.
Alaga's gonna roll his eyes, get on the floor, and start army crawling through Oda's legs.
Yeah. We cut back to Dio. Dio, you're on the ground shouting into your communicator, begging like, someone help! And these corpses are shambling towards you, and you can smell the stench of their decay, and you can see their faces. These are people that you spent time with on ships that you've known for years, and you can see their wounds of where the Dread Rabbits and all of those who you fought to save your sister killed these people, and they are moving towards you, getting closer and closer.
Does it look like they're trying to hurt me?
It looks like they're trying to kill you, yes. It looks like they are angrily coming for you.
Well, shit. What's
Imagine if we'd all failed this roll and just died in this corridor, by the way.
Okay,
Imagine.
so, what's the one, who's the person, like, nearest me?
Of your party?
No, of the zombies.
Oh, you're about to make me look up names. How
Yep.
dare you?
I'm gonna make you do some work.
Of the party, of the group that is, where did I put all your contacts? A human named Sessler Kyodai, a man who you knew, who used to work for the Pikes, who you had many connections with. You used him in like 20 episodes ago to help you, and he was killed when you tried to contact him later on in this lovely series by the pirates. And so you Yeah, he's you can see that he is gutted, and he's shambling towards you, leading the group.
Oh, I wasn't holding down my thingy. I was totally
Okay.
talking.
I was like, oh, got her. Good.
I'm gonna try and hit him with the hilt of my vibro sword.
Great. Yeah, Ilago, you see behind you Dio lashing out with her vibro sword. Dio, you slash into his body and carve him in two. However, the two pieces of his body begin to claw at your legs.
Oh, that's disgusting. I'm gonna keep backing up then. I'm just gonna try and get away from him because I don't know what to do with these guys.
Yeah, give me a coordination roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you back up and somehow manage to step over PR3 without falling.
Everyone's just walking on me.
Yeah, PR3, you're down on the ground. What do you do?
I pray that this dark Sith magics don't crush me.
You're just gonna sit there and be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
please, do not crush
Yes.
me." Yeah, all right.
It's a
So you're just,
horrifying nightmare for PR3 right now as phantoms step on his head.
You're just like talking to yourself. Yeah, you're just sitting there talking to yourself.
Uh-huh.
And Oda, the blades of these dark Jedi, these Sith, are coming towards you down this dark hallway, and they are sort of like cutting along the stone, leaving sparks as they come down. But you still can see no faces and no bodies, just the blades themselves moving closer towards you.
I take a deep breath and try to become one with the Force. Ready myself to defend this hallway as long as I can to give my companions a chance to escape.
Sure. Give me a. You want to use the Force here?
No, I just want to like calm my senses, get into Force combat mode.
Give me a cool roll, please.
So
Yeah.
cool.
As they move closer, you take a deep breath and tell me what you do. Give me this scene. How does this look?
Like, you know, Qui-Gon, like, wait, was it Qui-Gon or Obi-Wan that, like, it was Qui-Gon that knelt down behind the barrier and, like, just breathed and, like, put himself in the right place to start fighting when the time came? She's
Right.
doing that. She's not closing her eyes, but she's, like, fully relaxed and, like, in a place of readiness. Maybe she's even holding her lightsaber, like, in front of her face, like Mulan style, just like
Yeah, as you open your eyes from your deep breath, the only thing you see in front of you is a PR3 on the ground talking about he's afraid of being crushed, and Dio swinging wildly at nothing in front of her.
Isn't Ilago climbing toward my feet too?
Alago's on the like underneath you. Yeah, he's like on his stomach underneath you, crawling underneath you as you snap out of it.
Hello?
You're holding a fucking lightsaber and you didn't see me. What was I supposed to do?
She puts away the lightsaber, puts it on her belt, and tries to go pick up PR3.
Yeah, PR3. Well, first you would have to get through Dio. Dio's directly in front of you, like swinging this lightsaber around, or
Vibro
sword around. Yeah.
Wait, I thought I stepped over PR3 and am backing up.
Yeah, and so the order now is PR3 is in the like if you're facing the back, it's PR3, then you, then Oda, and then Ulaga, who is now crawled behind her.
Look at Ulago on the ground. I'm like, get her feet instead.
You calm her down and I'll handle this.
Dio!
Looks-
I start yelling. Dio, calm!
What's in front of me?
In front of you is just a straight path to another room.
I'll head down the path.
All right, sure. Yeah, you begin to walk down this dark path, and as you move away from the vibroblades glow, its pink glow, it becomes very, very dark.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Dio, you see again more of your past reaching out, clawing at you.
I'm assuming she doesn't hear me as I'm trying to yell
Not
to
at
get her
all.
attention.
I mean,
No.
I gotta know that these can't be real, right?
You have no, you just cleaved one of your friends, and now he's scratching at your legs. And because you have armor on, it's not hurting you, but like there's blood on your mask, and the walls are covered in gore, and there are dozens of people sort of clamoring down the hall at you. This is very real to you.
I'm trying to think of what I can do, but there's like, if I can't get like break of myself of this, is there like something near me that I can like separate myself from these images, these things?
No, as far as you're aware, you're in a long hallway, and they're coming from one way, and the other way is a dark corridor.
I'm
You
gonna
can try
go,
running down it.
I'm gonna go towards the corridor.
Yeah. Oda, Dio turns, weapon drawn, and starts sprinting at you.
Uh-oh.
Does it look like she's looking at me?
She's looking through you.
I duck.
How much do you duck?
I jump to the side and crouch down.
It's not that big of a corridor. She would still hit you with her body if she ran by.
I crouch right where she's gonna run through and try to trip her without getting in the way of the vibro sword.
All right, both of you give me athletics check. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
There's another. Oh my goodness!
Ooh.
Yeah, Dio, you run magnificently, but Oda, you manage to trip Dio. Dio, you stumble, and in your mind's eye, one of the monstrous, chopped up bodies grabs you and pulls you to the ground. But Oda, you've tripped Dio, and Dio, you just fall like flat on the ground, and your vibro sword sort of hits the ground and like wobbles a few inches away from you.
I jump on Dio's back, and I hold her around like the neck, but not tightly, just like a big hug, and I'm like, Dio, wake up! Dio, it's
Dio,
me!
One of your many contacts, a giant
God.
Gamorrean named Glug, has body slammed on top of you and is squeezing you as hard as he possibly can. His snout sort of like half on, half off from where he was cut by something, and he's drooling goop on your face, and it's covering your mask, and he's squeezing you as hard as he can. You can hear him say, Darl, Darl, Darl.
Oh my gosh. This is like nothing I'd ever been through, like
No,
based
this
on
is
who I am.
no, you've never experienced this.
I'm gonna try and get back onto my feet.
You need to roll athletics check for me.
Okay. Nope.
You cannot. You're being held down by something. This giant Gamorrean guard holding you down. Meanwhile, PR3, you are just like, well, this is my life now.
Yeah,
Like, what
this
are
is
you?
my life now.
Are you just gonna sit there on the ground?
Yes,
Okay.
it's pretty relaxing.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
But lucky I don't spray everyone with flamethrower.
Ulago, you find yourself at the end of the hall. And you come to a square room that you can actually see in. because in the center of the room is a pedestal, and a blue force field shines down from the ceiling towards the pedestal, blocking access to it. The room itself is a red stone formed into blocks that are stacked in this perfectly beautiful geometrical pattern and formation along the walls. There are no other exits. It's just this room. This is it.
This is Ulago, not me, right?
This is Ulago. Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna run my hand along the wall, keep going.
Sure. Yeah, you can feel the intricate brickwork of this room. It does not look visually like any of the rooms you've seen before.
Okay. I guess I'll roll perception, see if there's anything of note.
Yes, let me change one die here. Go for it. Oh my goodness.
Ooh. Excellent.
Okay, yes. What kind of 4C thing happens here? What kind of Star Wars moment occurs as you begin to search?
What kind of 4C moment happens?
Yeah, like what's your Star Wars moment with your triumph there?
I hear Suhao.
Excellent. And what does Suhao say?
She's
What
trying to-
information does she give you?
She's trying to help me guide Oda out of this place.
Sure.
Just maybe something to keep me focused.
Yeah, in the blue haze of the force field, you can see sort of the reflection of your wife as she talks to you. And she says that, you know, it's on you to see Oda through this. And once this force field comes down, things will be revealed that will not we'll test Oda. And it is up to you to see her through that test.
He touches where her vision is, but realizes she's not there.
Yeah, your hand hits the refractors of this force field, and there's a little static and you feel a sting.
He ignores the sting.
Yeah.
He just closes
Meanwhile-
his eyes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back in Crazy Town, Dio, you are a mess. Just a total you are freaking out. Oda's on top of you. PR3 is talking to himself. Oda, what are you going to try and do to save these two?
I am just going to try to find something that I think will make Dio snap out of it, like really get to Dio's brain. So I start saying, remember your sister, we need to get home to her. Remember, what's her name? Right, say
Jaya?
Yeah.
Jaya. Remember Jaya, she's waiting for us.
I've forgotten, but you remember.
I don't know her name, but
Remember
you
your
know her
sister.
name.
What's her name? Remember her.
Remember your
Yeah.
sister's name.
Can I hear this?
You don't hear it, but in your mind's eye, through all of the horrifying zombie monster men, in the back, you can see your sister.
I'm gonna focus on her.
Okay. Give me a cool check, please. Yeah. As you do, tell me what that looks like.
I think it's sort of like walking towards the light, really, for Dio.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's always been kind of a light in Dio's life, so just goes towards it.
Cool. Yeah. Even though your body doesn't move, perhaps the bit of you that's connected to the Force does. And you move past all these creatures and find yourself standing there with your sister, and she hugs you. And the person you see hugging you when you open your eyes is Oda on top of you as you lay on the ground. And she's screaming your sister's name at you. What do you do?
I think I just go silent and make my way back onto my feet and just I look like, do I have blood on me or is it
No,
clearly
you're
was all-
perfectly fine.
Wow. I'd be embarrassed, okay? Totally embarrassed.
Yeah, you sort of like try to straighten yourself out and also at the same time kind of like, that didn't happen.
Nope,
Just
totally
everything's
didn't.
fine. Yeah. Meanwhile, PR3 is still down the ground. Oda, you see PR3 talking to himself about being crushed and how unpleasant it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just try to sit him up.
I still don't see her.
No, you don't see anyone.
Okay.
Dio, can you reset him or something?
Oh, yeah. I guess I'll try to do that.
Yeah, give me a mechanics check.
Or
Uh,
not.
He's too squirmy for you to get in there.
I'm
and
squirmy.
yeah, he's just like fidgety.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to hold him down.
I'm gonna try first being like, PR3, this is your master, Oda. I demand you stay still.
Do I have any inkling of that?
No.
I say,
No,
"All
you do
right,"
not.
I hold him down.
Yeah.
Or try.
Yeah, give me an athletics check. Can you hold this droid down? Yep, you sure as hell can.
I'm weak.
PR3, you are down on the ground. Just like down on the ground.
So that Dio can reset him.
Dio, give me that roll.
So I can try my best to reset
Give me
him.
that new mechanics check. Yeah, you mess with the back of PR3, and in a hilarious flip of the switch, PR3 shuts down. And then you turn it back on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I turn it off and on again.
Does it work?
Did you try turning it back off and on?
Yeah, PR3, as the lights of your eyes flicker back on, you see Oda just like on top of you, holding you to the ground, and Dio just like messing with your back.
Ah, Master, Dio, it was an onslaught of Sith magics.
Yeah, you're telling
Yes,
me.
very dangerous. Dio saved you.
Nah, you held him down.
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome. Where's Ulago?
You saw Lago go down towards the end of the corridor.
We can't let him get too far.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna help PR3 back onto his robot feet.
Yeah, Oda, as you run down the hallway, you find yourself entering a square room. And in the center, Ulago is standing, his hands outstretched to a force field. And in it, for the briefest of moments, before she fades away, you see Suhao. And the last things you hear her say are, "I love you," as she vanishes into the blue light of the force field. And Ilago's hands are sort of sizzling on the force field as you walk into the room.
Bye, Suhao!
Do I
Ilago
feel-
walk
doesn't
up.
turn around, but he like lowers his arm and picks up his rifle.
I walk up behind Ulago and just put one hand on his shoulder without saying anything.
Dio, PR3, you enter the room as well. And you see, again, it is a square room with a pedestal in the center, and a blue force field shines down on it from above, blocking access to the inside. The room itself is this old red stone formed of blocks that are stacked in perfect, beautiful geometrical formations along the walls. There is no other exit. This is it.
It seems we have reached the purpose of all of the obstacles.
And we just have to get past this force field?
So it would seem.
Is there a dongle?
There are no dongles that you can visibly see right now.
Gotta check.
Negative.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna go searching around the room.
Also, I'm gonna light my lightsaber because that seems to help.
Yep. It is much brighter in the room now. Double shaded blue. Yes. Okay. So Dio, Oda, you both detect that in this room, the bricks are bricks. They're not like if I push in a brick, it appears like it looks like it is the actual room itself is made up of these bricks. And again, you notice what Ulago noticed that this room not only does it appear to be constructed different than every other room leading up to it, but it also appears to be older and a different design almost.
Older than the other rooms?
Older than the other rooms.
Does it look like not a lot of people have gotten to this room? Does that make
It
sense?
definitely appears that this room has not been messed with for some time.
Do I see any mechanism that seems to be creating the force field?
It is coming from the ceiling above the pedestal.
But does it
But
like
you, perception check wise, you can see no generator or no place the beam should be coming from. It just is coming from the ceiling.
Jesse, what would I roll to interpret Suhal's words? She said, when this force field comes down, implying that we already have the solution.
Yeah, when the force field comes down. Yeah, you already have it.
Elago will turn to Oda, and he says, "It's you.
it's me what?
You gotta take it down."
I walk up to it, kind of
Mhm.
poke it.
It sizzles on your hand.
I poke it with my lightsaber.
It sizzles on your lightsaber.
Does it repel my lightsaber?
It doesn't. It's like your lightsaber is brushing up against something, but it's not like pushing through it.
Mm. I say, "Be gone!"
Nothing happens.
I look at Ulago.
It was a good try, Master.
Thank you, PR3. I shrug at Ulago.
Elago says, "She said when, not if. That means we have the answer. It has to be you."
She takes a deep breath, and she'll try to use the force to take the force field down.
Sure. Give me a roll. Let's see what it turns out to be. Light side or dark?
Come on, light side.
Never lights out.
Do-do-do.
Oh my
is light side.
god!
Yes.
Fair.
You tap into the light side of the force, and you feel it very, very weak. But what you realize is that this room, unlike the previous rooms, is not emanating with it isn't like permeating with the dark side. The dark side doesn't feel like it's all around you. In fact, it feels like all those other rooms were meant for perhaps Sith, but this room is not. This room, you feel a little bit of the light side, but also just a little bit of the dark side as well.
Out of character, if I had to guess, I think we're in the ziggurat now. And the light coming from the top is probably the light at the top of the ziggurat shining downwards.
Does it give me any more insight or power to deal with this force field?
I mean, whatever you do would use the light side now, but you're just tapped into the force. And you can feel that whatever this room is, it is vastly different from the rest of the planet.
So the force field is protecting, like wrapping around a pedestal?
Yes, it is like shining down from the ceiling straight down, and in the middle is a pedestal that is protected by the force field on all sides.
Is the force field, are we able to see through it? Can we ask, like, is there anything on the pedestal?
Give me a perception check. What do you see through the force field?
Let's do it.
You can barely make stuff out. In fact, it doesn't seem like any of you can.
God damn it. Our roll's been so bad tonight.
Isn't my stuff still messed up?
Right? Yes, your Actually, no. Right now, it is not.
What?
Yeah, your perception is not messed up.
I can perceive, everyone. Wow, did I perceive? I had a build-up.
Yeah, apparently this was your night.
My brand.
PR3, as you peer through the force field, even though it is blocking the vision of the others, what you see inside is an empty pedestal with two. I'll just read what I wrote down for you, so hopefully. Inside, on the empty pedestal, is a strange series of scratches in the same ancient language. In the center of the stand are two perfectly symmetrical rectangles with intricate grooves, almost as if one were to place two tiny rectangle things inside them.
I see more of that strange language. And a place to place two boxes.
I look at Ilago. Did we leave the boxes on the ship?
I believe so.
All you have to do is just reverse solve the puzzles.
All right, so who's going back?
Not me. Not it.
Yeah, not it.
Do you want to read that PR3? Do you want to give me
I did want to. Actually, I was going to get to that. Yeah, I could probably read it.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is so perfect for this campaign that this whole time Jesse's been like, no, there's this box. Did you notice? There's a box.
All right, hang on though, because there's been multiple situations where these boxes have found their way into your pocket. So if you play this right, you could probably summon them.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Here's what it reads, PR3. It seems like gibberish to you. But what it says is, actually, give me a perception check. Let's see if you can tell what. Let's see if you can tell what dialect this is. Where does this come from?
Well, really?
No, still can't tell. I guess we'll never know if it's true or not.
I guess
anyway,
I'll pass one of
this
those
is what
on to whoever rolls next.
Yeah, this is what it says. There is no light. There is no dark. Together they must unite. There is only the Force.
And I read it out loud.
Yep.
That, I mean, I think there is dark and there is light, but I mean, it's a matter of opinion, I suppose.
Yeah, but when you combine them, it's gray. Yeah.
Well, what happens if we put the boxes there? Do you think it blows up? Do you think it's good? Do you think it would hurt people or help people? Maybe we should go.
I am quite the expert in blowing up. I do not think so.
Given that they've been using them for nefarious means, I don't think returning them to their point of origin is going to be a bad thing.
Somebody else comes and takes them.
Where are
As
they?
you say that, as you say, where are they? And unless somebody else comes and takes them, Dio,
Uh-oh.
your communicator begins to beep.
Uh-oh.
It's the boxes.
Oh, goodness.
The boxes are calling.
I mean, I
Hey, guys.
answer.
We are the boxes.
Yeah, as you answer, on the other end, you hear raspy breathing.
Oh,
Is it any kind of raspy breathing that I know?
It is something you've
you
definitely heard
fucking should.
before, but you
Uh-oh.
all recognize it. And in the background, you can hear your
No.
sister screaming for help. And the voice on the other end says, Dio, Fang, you took my eyes. And now, I will take your sister. And the comm hangs up.
I'd like to do a perception check.
Yeah.
I want to perceive if that actually seems real. Like if that was a real call or if that was because I mean this whole
Yeah,
place has
yeah.
been doing imaginary games.
Yeah. Give me a perception check. It's definitely your sister. That definitely was the 12th brother. They're definitely together. And he has her. And if he has her, he has the boxes because you gave them to her.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have the boxes.
She was on the.
In
They were
case.
on the ship.
The boxes
They were on the
was-
ship.
The boxes were sealed in a kyber crystal case, undetectable. So unless
Yeah.
he searched it,
You left her on the ship. So he has her. So if he has
Yeah.
her, we'll see. I don't know.
That means he has the droid too, Gizmo. No.
Yay.
Oh.
yeah, he says PR3. Finally, Gizmo is out of the equation.
Excellent.
Here.
I start running out.
Yeah.
Is there I'm gonna quickly take a moment to see if there's any way to like get out of this room quicker than going back from whence we came.
There is not. Like, even perception check wise, there is not.
Alright. I help Dio retrace our steps as fast as I can.
I don't know
Yeah.
if we can get back out.
Maybe if we Alt F4 and restart the game, it didn't save yet, and we're still back on the ship.
Turn it off and turn it back on.
You begin to move rapidly back through the maze, past the straight corridor where the walls were twitching, past the plates on the ground that are still lit up as if the runes, once you ignited them, are still functioning, past the pool that is now just a pool, just sitting there in the middle, this lake-like pool, and up the slope out of the cave, and you find yourself in the ruinous chasm again with the giant pyramid and the bodies of countless fallen people.
Sprinting to the ship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you get there and come up the top of the staircase, in the distance, you see standing there in front of your ship, holding your sister, Dio, the 12th brother, his face now donning a new mask, covering his eyes, and a red blade in hand.
Totally not evil looking.
The most evil looking.
I mean, I'm not gonna run towards him because then he's gonna do something.
He definitely is.
I think I stop and I have my vibro blade out and I say, "Well, what do you want?"
Good question.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
He throws your sister to the ground and he holds the blade above her head and he says, I want you to save her. And that is where we will stop for today.
This guy.
Gosh.
Do you think your sister could ever like not be kidnapped?
I mean, to be fair,
you,
we
like,
left
try
the
not to
boxes
be
and her on here.
Have you ever tried, like, fending for yourself?
That's like a bad habit at this point.
Try and be more independent.
Ah,
Happens once, shame on you. Happens twice or 3 times, like, shame on you a lot.
that's a pattern.
Oh my gosh.
Are you
Kidnapping
even worth
dependency.
saving?
Yeah,
We survived
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next time.
We survived the horrible tunnel hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did good on the puzzles, I feel like. As good as one could.
I'm very impressed. There was a lot that could have gone wrong there, especially
Was
on
the
the puzzle
chain-
with the. Yeah,
Was the chain attached to anything?
literally nothing in that room would have done anything.
The idea
The
was
water-
that a Jedi would use all the tools in the room to try and solve the puzzle.
And that's why a Jedi would never get through,
Right.
because it was meant for the Sith.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because the Jedi would have not for one person, huh?
And Oda's dumbass went straight in there, like click click. So you
Yeah.
ain't no Jedi.
Yeah,
No,
Oda
I'm
did
not.
the great. Yeah, that was amazing. I love that Dio jumped in for. Yeah, all right, I'll just jump in. I was like,
I didn't know what
nice.
else to do.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Next time is going to be a big fight. Get ready. Just brace yourselves for an even stronger final boss.
I feel like every episode from now on, Jesse's gonna be like, "This could be the final episode."
It could be. This could be it. Everything from now on is like big time plays. This could be.
I'm just gonna kill this guy again, Cox.
All right, I'm gonna let you know that I've given him new abilities. So.
All right, as well as
Oh,
abilities
God, you gotta train him
anti-thermal
on
detonator, because fucking
Oh.
I never miss, champ.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. He's in the open now. You're in the open on the crust level of a flat world. And I'm not saying it's about to start raining, but it's definitely going to start raining for maximum coolness. And yeah, the music needs to start. It's going to be crazy. Yeah. It's going to be wild. So I'm just letting you know. This is like boss level time. So get ready. Next time will be that episode.
The new ability is just called Ulago cannot damage the 12th brother.
Yeah, right.
It's so weird. He has an ability here, and it just says you can't.
He's just immune to all forms of projectile. I don't.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see. But this will be big. So, all right. Anyway, that's it for us. You did great solving these puzzles today. But let's go around this screen, find out what these faces are up to. Sam, what are you doing this week?
God, he fucked me up. Tomorrow, I'm doing a Minecraft adventure map. Friday, I'm doing multiplayer SnowRunner. And between then, I'm going to be playing some Bloons TD and probably some more Rocket League. Enjoying that stuff. You can find me on Twitter TV/Strippin every day from 2 Eastern.
Yeah.
Anna, what are you up to?
Well, tomorrow is the return of Knights of Evening Star after the holiday break, so I'll be back with my Circle of Wildfire Druid Agnes on the official D&D channel at 4 p.m. Pacific. And Friday is the return of Extra Brains, the brainstorming talk show that I co-host with DJ Wheat. And if you have any topics or ideas or questions that you would like to see brainstormed with us and that chat, feel free to bring them. And also on Saturday is our monthly episode of Pawns and Patrons, which is our drop-in friendly Dungeon Crawl Classic show, where we play lots and lots of low-level kind of minions and also their overseeing patrons. And if you want to watch an even cuter redhead than me, follow Happy Nizki on Instagram. That's this one.
Eh,
That's all.
Oofs.
Bike, what is going on with you this week?
Well, these are the slow months for game releases, so I got nothing. So don't even come to my channel because I'm just gonna be sitting around for like hours just going. So you guys got any ideas?
Just
This font looks like your name is Biheman.
Vehement.
Biheman.
I am
Biheman.
Biheman.
I am Berman.
Listen to my
All
words
right,
of wisdom.
Bowman.
Something.
Pocket, besides attacking the camera, what are you up to this week?
I'm probably gonna get into a game. I don't know which one yet, but like it's a good time to go back and play games I haven't played yet. So I don't know what I'm gonna play. Hades maybe because I haven't played that yet.
Great game.
Or Monster Hunter because I haven't played that yet either. I'm still deciding.
Thought you were about to say Monster Prom, make my ass happy. Anyway, maybe everyone else should then. Anyway, thanks so much, y'all, for coming this week and playing some Star Wars with me.
for not
I don't know what
killing
the
us
hell I'm
all.
doing. I don't know what I'm doing this week.
what you
Couldn't even
doing?
tell you.
What
I
you
don't even
doing
know.
this week, huh?
Hey,
I
what's
don't
that
even
guy
know.
doing over there?
I'm trying to look for a new apartment, so that's where I'm at mentally. But other than that, like, probably videos, like streams and stuff. You know how it be.
Gonna
You
do
know
some
how it
streams?
be sometimes.
What you gonna be streaming?
Man, shit, I don't know.
He's so cool, he don't even know.
I don't even
Look,
know.
if you
I don't
guys
like-
don't have games to play, you all need to start playing the Pokemon trading card game with me because I am obsessed out of nowhere and I
I don't
need
wanna, like,
sparring
what am I going to do with
partners.
physical cards? Where am I going to put
No,
those
no,
things?
no. they're
All I'm
online.
saying, Blur, Bloons TD6. It's 90 cents on Steam.
Here's the thing. I saw you playing
Fun
that the
for
other
the
day to
family.
like 2,000 people was like, this man must be a TD master. No one wants to see my ass play a tower defense. They'd be like,
Bro, everybody loves balloons.
Bad
It's
plays.
monkeys and balloons.
maybe that's what I should be doing.
Just
Maybe.
get some alcohol, play some balloons.
That's probably a bad combination. That's probably a terrible combination. All right, that's it for us. Thanks so much for tuning in. I think we'll be back next week. I think, fingers crossed, for
Yes.
another episode, and we'll see what the hell happens. It's gonna be wild, y'all. See you then. Bye, everybody.
Wild.
Bye.
There's gonna be a fight.
You know, where's the payoff? Bring the strippers and booze! We do occasionally talk about video games. Bring the strippers and booze! Not enough time for video games. Bring the strippers and booze!
Oh, thank God, I don't need pants now.
Hey, JC! What are you doing? Not much. Making a fortune.
Yeah, now sing music.
Bring the strippers and booze! I'm here to ask and answer one simple question.